Welcome back to the Tide here. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about the Takara Transformers Lunar Cruiser Prime. This is an interesting kind of a one-off offshoot of Transformers. It is a collaboration with the JAXA and the Toyota through Takara Tomy. And it's one of those that I wasn't going to get at first. When I saw it on Shozi store for 79 bucks, I was like, I thought it was going to be like 150 or 200. I had to check it out. It's not a bad price for this figure and something as unique as this. But I'm going to have a link down below where you can get yours at Shozi. But let's take a look at this figure and see, does it scale with Masterpiece? Does it scale with the Chug scale? Where does this fit in your collection if you pick this up? And is it cool? We'll talk about this and more coming up. Alright, so here is the package, and Takara, it looks different than anything else I've ever seen. It is kind of cool. Transformers Lunar Cruiser Prime, and some other writing and stuff. It says it up top here, on the side, on the back. Kind of shows you the modes and what all stuff it has going on here, what all it can do, those kinds of things. We'll get into taking a look at all of this, gearing them up. There's more writing. So here we go with the Lunar Cruiser out of the package, and it looks really cool. Very convincing, and I would probably venture to say this is probably the best mode. This really is. I mean, obviously this is what the whole gimmick is on this, is the fact that it's a rover, but it turns into a prime, and in a sort of interesting prime at that. But it says Toyota right here, it says JAXA. And it's got clear plastic, and you can see some stuff going on inside there. It just looks kind of cool. They did a good job, and I will stand by that. This is the best mode, the strongest mode. It looks really good. Now, in hand, it feels like, in my mind, I was thinking Masterpiece kind of figure, but in hand, I'm thinking it's more of kind of a Chug, and kind of a Chug figure, but it's got a little bit of weight behind it. It kind of compresses really nicely. But let's start looking at some of these accessories, features, and stuff that it does in the alt mode. First of all, you have this dish here, and it moves up and down, so you can position it however you'd like, whatever you think would look cool. That's cool for that. Then we have this, it's just like a solar panel right there, and it tabs in. There's like it's a tab and an insertion point, so there's a tab right here, so it's like a double opposite tab. Now you can fold this in half if you want to, and then you could pull this out of here, and you can place this into here if you want to, for whatever reason. And let's get a look at that. That's something you can do. I'm not exactly sure what I would do with this in the time being when I'm not using it. Where could it plug into? Maybe there? No. Anyway, that's an option for it also. And I believe there's an option for storage in the back here, like this. And it should just slide right in to here. Gotta get the ball rolling, sliding it in. And I would probably display it with it. Like, I would definitely want to display it with it. I think that's kind of cool. That's kind of the whole coolest factor of this. It does have kind of rubber antenna here too, so definitely something interesting that I wasn't expecting those to be made of rubber. It does have right here, it looks like a little winch. It doesn't do anything, it's just kind of molded in winch, so that's something that I'm sure the actual rover, the cruiser, Lunar Cruiser rover has. So, and then this piece here, which I actually don't even know what it is, but it looks cool, and it's yeah, pretty interesting overall. I do like it's got the silver wheels. They look cool. They roll. It actually rolls really well on a hard surface, so they've done a good job with the alt mode. So I more or less got this set up as a Masterpiece review, even though it's more of a mainline figure, but it's sort of in the middle. It's Takara, and it's cool. It's interesting. So there it is with the X Transbots, and there it is with the MMC Mirage, and Fanasoy's Sea Spray Spin and Drift 2.0, which makes a really good alt mode for comparison. So yeah, I think it would fit in okay with your Masterpiece shelf. And if you're a Masterpiece collector, you just kind of want this as an offshoot or something, yeah, it'd be good too. So I don't really see a whole lot more to do with this thing other than transform it. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this, and then we're going to pop this back piece open. We're going to pull it out and up, and then we're going to take this piece here out because it's not going to stay there forever. And then we need to start opening up a few things here. So we're going to untab this, and then this is going to fold up and over. And then we're going to make sure we have this pulled out, and then over here kind of start untabbing some stuff too. And then we can pull it's kind of like the doors in a way. We got to get these, there we go. Get that out and pulled down. It's all nice and connected together. This out and pulled down. Watch out for that tab. Now, the whole point here is we are about to get into doing some fun stuff with the legs. It's already starting to fold down. We need to open these, which this almost looks like, for most primes, this is like a blue section at the bottom of his pelvis area. Then we need, but it's not. It's something completely different. It's like heel spurs. Then we slide this like that. It's a sliding mechanism, a sliding connection. You don't just want to pull it because the tab's a bit of a mushroom. Then you pull the legs down and try to kind of keep this whole bit of accessories from doing anything. And then when you close the leg, click it in place so your knee is engaged properly. We come back around here. We are going to slide down this wheel and then fold it in. And fold this up, fold this around. And I think that's everything for a leg. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. And try to miss all of this stuff as we're folding this leg around. Snap it in nice and good. Flip this over here. This is going to fold down, tab in, fold up, and this does tab in. The other one, yeah, it just tabbed in. I didn't even tab it in. It just like automatically tabbed in. Then this folds in. Oh, no, I didn't tab it in at all. Didn't automatically tab in. No tab in. Get those both tabbed in. Now we're down to legs. So you see the upper body right here. We have the upper body. Oh, well. Hold on a second. Is he strong enough to stand on his own? Can you stand on your own 2 feet? We're going to bring this up a bit. Now the upper body is going to just kind of rotate back and pivot into place. And then we should be able to lift this up. Wondering if we got enough clearance to get the head out. And then we got to fold this in. So let's see if we've got the clearance for that developed yet. There it is. And with the heads up. All right, so now we're going to get into working on what we got going on here. Let's fold these down to the side. And we have some shoulders. Line that shoulder up. Untab this. This is going to flip back around and tab back in. So this is kind of like a slider right here. And get it positioned properly. We got one arm out of the way. Then over here, this works here. Slide this around. Tab it in. Get that arm out of the way. Now we got to get back here and deal with all of this fun stuff. So let's the soft stuff, we need to get that out of the way there. We're going to fold this all up, these two side pieces up, and then this folds down, and then it all kind of collapses on itself, and then these go up and tab in. Let's see this side here. We're going to put this is going to come up here and tab in. So why did this one not come up here and tab in right? Probably not pushed up high enough. That's close enough. All right, it's going to slide this down here, and then there's two tabs and slots and stuff. And then we pretty much have him in his Optimus Prime robot mode. And I'm going to go around and tighten him up, and I'm going to wonder, I thought that tabbed in earlier, and it's not tabbing in now. So we'll go around and look at a few things on this, but that's pretty much it. And we'll take a better look at it here in a minute. Here he's in his robot mode, and yeah, it only took me 5 seconds off camera to notice. It doesn't tab in, it slides in. That's why it wasn't tabbing in for me. One of them seemed to just do it on its own. Okay, that's kind of cool. But here he is, and it's a convincing Optimus Prime. Now, I want to say, I can't tell you how many times people told me that Optimus Prime's a great American hero. He's got the red, white, and blue on him, and all that kind of stuff. But this takes the red, white, and blue in a whole different color scheme way, but it's still there. There's also the gray and the yellow, but here he is from the side. So he is quite kibbly. He is sort of mainline Hasbro, but yet, you know, Takara's been making all the Hasbro stuff lately. They design it, but it's the kind of the mainline stuff has the kibble on it, so it fits right in with your mainline full of kibble stuff. And yeah, it looks pretty good. I think it looks good. It gets the job done. I wish this whole piece, this stuff here, was removable to maybe put on the back. Would have made it look a little bit better, in my opinion. If that was, well, I haven't even tried. Can you untab it? No, you can't untab that. It looks like you should be able to. It looks like you'd be able... Oh, it's screwed in. You can just unscrew it if you don't like it. But anyway, I'm not going to go that far with it. But still, it looks pretty good overall. I like the waist area. Kind of feels a lot like the Earthrise one in a way. And then it carries over his winch from the front to his waist, which is kind of cool. The way the transformation works, that happens. The head is a primey head. Nice Optimus primey head. Got the blue eyes. And yeah, so he does look pretty good. We're going to get into some articulation with this guy, and then we're going to look at accessories, articulation, and then comparisons. So one thing I didn't do was put these smokestacks up, and with the smokestacks up, you can do a couple of things. I think we can plug this into here, if that's one of the things you want to do. I saw it on the box, and then this is, you can hold this, like... solar, it's like help wanted, help me, will work for solar flare. Yeah, I don't know, but that's not the coolest one of it. The coolest of it is when you make it into the solar panel. You come over here and plug it into his shoulder like this. All right, there it is on his shoulder. So that's kind of cool. But the thing is, if you want to go this route, you can just flip this around also, and it acts as a shield. And I think that's kind of a cool look. I mean, it's one of the ways they show it on the box, and it's the way you kind of see it in some of the promo art. So that is really kind of cool when he's all armored up like that and looking pretty good. Yeah. I think overall it's a cool looking figure. I still think that the alt mode is where it's at for this figure. I don't think the robot mode is where it's at, but it's not a bad robot mode. In fact, it's better in person than you see it in pictures. But let's go ahead and get some articulation. All right, head side to side, up and down. And you can get a little bit up because of transformation, like a lot too much up because of transformation, and because of transformation, down. A little more down than you can with the average figure. So pretty cool. Shoulder goes out to, well, without this in the way, out to here. So that's as far as that goes. 360. And bicep swivel past. It's not double jointed, but it goes past the 90. So that's pretty good. Now, one thing about this that my son's going to love when I get to show this to him is that he has opening and closing hands. So you see those hands? They open and close. So that is like his favorite feature on a Transformer. Like that's he feels like he's got a premium figure if the hands open and close. Waist swivel. Am I seeing? It's got an ab. Nope, I'm not seeing an ab crunch. It's just the waist is moving down. But I might be wrong on that. There might be something I'm missing. But again, I don't want to break this. It's not like this was super cheap or anything. So, all right. So we have a hiding hip flap. I like that. Goes out to here. It's all on friction. No ratchets going on in there. Hold on a second. Is that a soft ratchet? Maybe there's a soft ratchet out. This figure can do like a standing kick. He probably can. All that kibble and crazy stuff going on, and he can do a standing kick. So I guess it is some ratchets in there. Typical thigh swivel that you see, and it does look like a really good range on that knee, but doesn't look double jointed. And it's cool kind of how the knee, as it extends, you don't see it just disappear. It looks like there's something else going on with the knee. So that is a good aspect to this. And then slide that back in there. ankle pivot, and not really much up and down, just kind of a pivot so you can get a nice wide stance on this guy. Now here's a comparison. I don't have a whole lot of Chug stuff handy right now for this video, so I grabbed these out of my son's room. And he gets mad if I mess up their pose, so I'm leaving the pose exactly right for him. But this is a Siege Optimus Prime, not the Earthrise, but this looks a little bit more Earthrise-y in this area. And I think they're putting this guy back out. Yes, I don't know. It says it's a recolor, but same color. Anyway, fits with Chug, just a little taller than kind of where they're going with the standard Chug Optimus Primes these days. This is that Target exclusive. I think it was the pizza van or something like that. It was a crossover. Anyhow, I just kind of figured a crossover next to sort of a crossover, kind of another collab kind of thing. Pretty cool. And has a scale next to Masterpiece and G1. Actually not a whole lot bigger than the original G1, and does not fit with your Masterpiece. But I think in the alt mode, you can pull it off. Still pretty cool. So this is my look at the Takara Lunar Cruiser Optimus Prime. What do I think of this guy? I think it's kind of cool. And like I've probably already said, I wasn't going to get it at $200. I thought it was a $200 figure, like a $150 or something. When I saw it on Show Z for $79, I said, yes, I'm definitely going to pick it up. I think it's something that it's just so different, so way out there. I don't think they'll ever make this again or another production run of this. And it's just so unique that I had to jump on it. At first, I wasn't really hot on the idea, but now that I've got it, I'm glad I picked it up. Probably will display it in the cruiser land lunar rover kind of mode, but it does look pretty good. And it is mainline. You're not buying a Masterpiece figure. You're buying a mainline. You're going to have the kibble with it, but it is cool kibble. It's good kibble, and it's just something so unique. But anyway, I did get this to shows you. I'll have a link down below where you can get yours. Let me know what you think about this figure. Did you pick it up? Did you pass on it? Is this one of those that's just a little bit too far out there for your collection? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and if you ever hang around.